In the kingdom of Elysium, nestled amidst rolling hills and lush green valleys, there lived a blind princess named Isabella. Despite her lack of sight, Isabella possessed a heart as pure as crystal and a spirit that shone brighter than the morning sun. Her days were spent in the tranquil gardens of the palace, surrounded by the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers and the melodious chirping of birds. Isabella's father, King Alexander, ruled over Elysium with wisdom and compassion, but his reign was marred by political unrest and looming threats of war. To secure the future of his kingdom, King Alexander sought to forge an alliance with a neighboring realm through marriage. And so he made a decree that Princess Isabella would wed the son of a wealthy farmer from the neighboring land of Verdantia. Unaware of her father's plans, Isabella continued to live her life with grace and dignity, finding solace in the beauty of the natural world that surrounded her. Little did she know that her fate was about to be irrevocably altered by the whims of fate. Meanwhile, in the humble village of Verdantia lived a young farmer named Lucas. Despite his modest upbringing, Lucas was blessed with a heart as vast as the endless fields he tended to each day. He toiled under the scorching sun, planting seeds of hope and nurturing the earth with tender care. Unbeknownst to Isabella, Lucas was not just an ordinary farmer, he was the heir to a vast fortune, his true identity concealed beneath the guise of a simple peasant. But wealth meant nothing to Lucas. All he desired was a love that transcended the boundaries of status and wealth. As the day of the wedding drew near, Isabella's heart was heavy with apprehension. She longed for a union built on love and mutual respect, not one dictated by political expediency. But duty bound her to obey her father's wishes, and so she resigned herself to her fate, her heart heavy with sorrow. On the day of the wedding, the palace was adorned with flowers and tapestries, and the air was filled with the sound of jubilant celebration. Isabella, dressed in a gown of shimmering silk, walked down the aisle with a heavy heart, her steps faltering with each passing moment. As she approached the altar, Isabella's heart skipped a beat as she caught sight of her betrothed for the first time. Standing before her was Lucas, his rugged features softened by a gentle smile. In that moment, Isabella felt a glimmer of hope stir within her heart, a spark of longing that she dared not acknowledge. The ceremony proceeded with solemnity, and Isabella and Lucas exchanged vows beneath the watchful gaze of their families and subjects. As they were pronounced husband and wife, a sense of foreboding settled over Isabella, her mind filled with questions and doubts. But as the days turned into weeks, Isabella found herself drawn to Lucas in ways she could not explain. Despite her blindness, she sensed the warmth of his touch and the sincerity in his voice. And with each passing day, their bond grew stronger, forged in the crucible of adversity and uncertainty. Lucas, ever the devoted husband, spared no effort in caring for Isabella, his love for her burning brighter than the sun itself. He described the beauty of the world around her in vivid detail, painting pictures with his words so that she could experience the wonder she could not see. And so, in the gentle embrace of her husband's love, Isabella found solace and contentment, her heart overflowing with gratitude for the gift of companionship. Little did she know that her union with Lucas would be the beginning of a journey that would change her life forever. But fate had other plans in store for Isabella and Lucas, plans that would put their love to the ultimate test. For lurking in the shadows of the kingdom was a dark and sinister force, a force hell-bent on destroying everything they held dear. As whispers of rebellion spread throughout the land, Isabella and Lucas found themselves thrust into a deadly game of cat and mouse, their lives hanging in the balance. But together, they faced their enemies with courage and determination, their love serving as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. And in the end, it was love that triumphed over hate, light that banished the shadows of darkness. For Isabella and Lucas, their journey was not just a tale of romance, but a testament to the power of love to conquer all obstacles, to overcome all odds. And so the blind princess and the farmer lived happily ever after, their love story immortalized in the annals of history, a shining example of love's enduring power to transcend all barriers, to unite hearts in a bond that could never be broken. As the days passed, Isabella's bond with Lucas only deepened, their love blossoming like the most beautiful flower in the garden of their hearts. Despite her blindness, Isabella had never felt more alive, more connected to the world around her, than she did in the warmth of Lucas's embrace. But fate had one more surprise in store for Isabella. a twist of destiny that would change her life in ways she could never have imagined. One fateful morning, as she wandered through the palace gardens with Lucas by her side, Isabella stumbled upon a patch of rare flowers bathed in the golden light of the rising sun. Intrigued by their beauty, Isabella reached out a tentative hand, her fingers brushing against the delicate petals. And then, in that moment, a miracle occurred. Colors exploded before her eyes, vibrant and alive, dancing in a kaleidoscope of light and shadow. With a gasp of wonder, Isabella stumbled backward, her heart pounding with exhilaration. For the first time in her life, she could see the world around her, its beauty unfolding before her like a dream come true. And standing beside her, bathed in the golden glow of the morning sun, was Lucas, his eyes filled with tears of joy and wonder. In that moment, Isabella knew that her love for Lucas was stronger than ever, a love that transcended the boundaries of sight and sound, a love that would endure for all eternity. And as she looked into his eyes, she saw not just the man she had married, but the soulmate she had been destined to find. With her sight restored, Isabella embraced her newfound freedom with a sense of wonder and awe. She explored the kingdom she had once known only through touch and sound, marveling at the beauty of its landscapes and the richness of its culture. But amidst the splendor of her newfound vision, Isabella never forgot the love that had guided her through the darkness, the love of a humble farmer who had captured her heart with his kindness and compassion. And so, she returned to Lucas, her faithful husband, her heart overflowing with gratitude and devotion. Together, Isabella and Lucas ruled over the kingdom of Elysium with wisdom and compassion, their love serving as a beacon of hope for all who crossed their path. And though they faced many challenges in the years to come, their bond remained unbreakable, their love stronger than any force in the universe. And so, the blind princess and the farmer lived happily ever after, their love story a testament to the power of love to conquer all obstacles, to overcome all odds. And in the end, it was love that triumphed, love that endured, love that transcended all barriers and united two souls in a bond that could never be broken. As Isabella and Lucas ruled the kingdom of Elysium with compassion and wisdom, their love for each other and their people only grew stronger. Their reign was marked by prosperity and harmony, and the villagers came to admire and respect them deeply. As time passed, whispers began to spread among the villagers, murmurs of discontent with the current ruler, King Alexander. Despite his past achievements, many felt that he was growing old and out of touch with the needs of the kingdom. They longed for a leader who understood their struggles and was willing to fight for their rights. Amidst these murmurs, one name was spoken with increasing frequency and reverence: Lucas, the humble farmer turned prince. The villagers admired Lucas for his compassion, his humility, and his unwavering dedication to their well-being. They saw in him the qualities of a true leader, a man who would always put the needs of his people above his own. Driven by their faith in Lucas, the villagers gathered in the town square one fateful day, their voices raised in a chorus of hope and determination. They called upon Lucas to take up the mantle of leadership, to become their king and guide them into a new era of prosperity and progress. At first, Lucas hesitated, his heart torn between his love for Isabella and his sense of duty to his people. But as he looked into the faces of the villagers gathered before him, their eyes filled with hope and expectation, he knew that he could not turn his back on them. Turning to Isabella, Lucas sought her counsel, knowing that her wisdom and insight would guide him in this moment of uncertainty. And with her blessing, he accepted the villagers' offer, pledging to serve them with all his heart and soul. And so, amidst great fanfare and celebration, Lucas was crowned the new king of Elysium, his coronation marking the dawn of a new era for the kingdom. With Isabella by his side, he vowed to rule with integrity and compassion, to lead his people with courage and humility. Under Lucas's leadership, Elysium flourished as never before, its villages bustling with activity, its fields ripe with abundance. The villagers looked to their new king with pride and admiration, knowing that he would always put their needs above his own. And as for Isabella, she stood by Lucas's side as his queen, her love for him stronger than ever. Together they ruled over their kingdom with grace and dignity, their bond as unbreakable as the golden threads that wove through the tapestry of their lives. And so the blind princess and the farmer turned king lived happily ever after, their love story immortalized in the annals of history as a shining example of the power of love to overcome all obstacles and unite hearts in a bond that could never be broken. Thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel.